I didn't just disappear. I didn't leave AI. I didn't do anything like that. I actually went all in, and I've been working for the last year directly with about 80 businesses, teams, professionals. I've spoken to well over 2,500 people in the last year about artificial intelligence and how to use it practically. And I discovered some stuff. I discovered that people were chasing tools. They would attend a workshop and they would learn a few prompts, and that was about it. And actually, I was teaching that in my workshop. Not that my workshop was meant to be a really big learning tool, but it was actually just for information and education. But still, people thought that they could leave that and they knew AI. And I just basically gave them just enough to be super dangerous. Everybody left impressed, but I'm sure 3 weeks later, everybody was in the same boat doing the same thing with the same prompts. They received the information, but the big difference there is that the behavior didn't change. And so I shifted. My work grew out of Peaks and Valleys AI strategies. I knew I needed to change, and that's when I bumped into Greg Nook from Copper Teams AI, and I bonked our heads together and came up with this AI Edge. Now, the AI Edge is more than just a brand or a name. I believe it's a really special training system because it represents a new way of training AI. It's about focusing on skills and not the tools. Who knows? ChatGPT could disappear. And then what? You know how to use that tool, but you didn't have the skills. The skills we teach are going to be useful across any large language model that you do. It's about asking better questions. It's about using and adding content. It's about thinking through problems and checking AI's answers and being the human in the loop and applying AI to real work at your desk and, just really building responsible and repeatable habits. And it really creates some massive results. And that is the awesome part about this whole thing. People need practice and repetition. The AI Edge is actually based on scientific teaching practices for adults. It is definitely adult education, and it is especially built so that adults will learn AI in a practical way. People, adults need repetition and practice, and they need to learn AI doing the work that they're really doing at their desk. Not some useless, generic, try this, try that. No, real tools at their desk so that it works. And what we found is that everything works better. We graduated. The businesses that have sent their employees to the AI Edge are seeing immediate return on investment, tens of thousands of dollars worth of value. And they see it in 12 weeks. I believe we make them in a top 5% AI user in that week. And so where have I been for the last year? I've been building and delivering the AI Edge. I've been working with so many different beautiful people across the world, teaching them the real AI skill and making sure that it works in the workplace. And I've been just improving my craft and skill around teaching and understanding artificial intelligence. And YouTube just got pushed down the list. So what are we going to do now? Well, we're on the Peaks and Valleys channel, so I think I'm going to do a few updates here. I'm going to post the podcast that Josh and I are doing, the AI skill issue podcast that him and I are going to, try to dispel some myths and really give some practical ideas around why things are working and not working in the world of business and return on investment and that kind of stuff. I want to teach AI in a practical way that really actually delivers the ROI promise that most brick and mortar businesses are not getting. I want to go through the process that we are using to see this amazing success with all these organizations. And so I'm going to be posting things like this. I'm going to be posting things with Josh, whatever really fancies me at the time. I think I'm going to post it here at Peaks and Valleys AI Strategies. This company still exists. I do speaking engagements. I'm still out in the world doing workshops, but spending a lot of time doing the real work in teaching people practical AI skills. So I didn't leave AI. I have much, much more to share than I did a year ago. And if you really want some amazing business results, like and follow along, listen to what we have to say. Maybe you'll be inspired enough to take the AI Edge. program, but don't take my word for it. Testimonials and all that other good stuff are just going to be rolling in. We will be building an AI Edge YouTube channel here that I will also be posting the podcast information as well as a number of other AI Edge specific information and data. And yeah, like, share, follow, subscribe, all of that stuff, whatever it means here in YouTube world. If you have any questions, just throw it in the comments. I'll be happy to give you some answers, and we can just talk about, what's the difference between AI skills and AI tools. And thank you so much for being patient and waiting for a year for me to come back and provide you some valuable information. I look forward to the next burst of videos, and hopefully you find them entertaining and hopefully you find them really useful in your day-to-day work. I'm Trevor Branches, AI Edge, Peaks and Valleys AI Strategies.